Hey, Martin here. Today we're excited to announce some features that you all have been asking for, and asking. And we're excited to bring them to you in RemNote 1.22. First, you can now add handwritten documents on your iPad, Android tablet, or on any device. You can also now add drawings and annotations on top of existing PDFs. You can also draw on images. As part of a revamped image inclusion experience, you can add inline drawings directly in your text notes. You can also now use your Apple Pencil to write handwritten notes that automatically get converted to text within your text documents. We've added a revamped streak widget. We've added infinite canvases, currently in beta, and even more. Let's jump into it by looking at handwritten documents first. Handwritten documents are designed for use on iPad or other tablets, but you can use them on any device. To create a new handwritten document, either tap on Create on the sidebar and make one from there, or you can go into any folder and tap on Handwriting at the top. As you can see, you can customize the background and page type of your document. Personally, I like the margin here. And then you can immediately begin writing. Handwritten documents are fully integrated into RemNote, appearing next to your text documents in your folders, on your sidebar, etc. You can give them a title just by tapping on the title and then writing into it. Then just tap the pen on the toolbar to begin writing. You can either write directly in the main canvas, or you can tap on the writing window button in the bottom right. That opens up this zoomed in view here, which makes it easier for me to write while staying in the lines. In this case, I misspelled the word, so I often want to erase what I've done. You can use the eraser on the sidebar here to go and erase entire strokes, or you can use the precision eraser to only erase the specific part of a stroke that you want. If you're using an Apple Pencil, a more modern one, you can also use the squeeze action to switch into eraser mode, or everyone can use the pen mode, which is my personal favorite, just by scribbling over the part of the text that you want to erase, and it will just go ahead and disappear. You can customize your pen stroke from the floating toolbar here, switching between different colors or different sizes, or by tapping on the stroke option again, you can fully customize between solid, dashed, dotted lines, as well as their thickness. Your settings will be stored here automatically for you, so you can set them up however you would like, and then easily switch between different colors or tools as you see fit. I'll go ahead and write out a longer sentence here, and you can see that the writing window will automatically move over when I'm near the right if I write in that blue region, so that I can keep on writing. Next, we have highlighter here, again, which is fully customizable, both for color, stroke, etc. This just acts as a normal highlighter and can be used to emphasize certain keywords in your writing. Real notes taken in a lecture might look something more like this, where you use the pen tool for all your core notes, and then also can add your own diagrams, drawings, text, etc. If you run out of space on your page, simply use your finger to pull up, and then release to add your new page, and keep on writing. You can add, delete, and copy pages anywhere in your document using the plus page button at the top here, and you can change the look and feel of the editor using the ... menu in the top right, where you can customize your page's background type, you can rotate pages, you can change their appearance, switching into dark mode away from light mode. In dark mode, any text that was previously black will now appear as white. And when you switch back and forth, everything will still appear nice, helping to save your eyes if you're studying in the dark. You can also move the toolbar around to any side of your screen and export or print your entire document here as a PDF, image, or other export type. Flashcards are, of course, another core part of RemNote, and they're deeply integrated here as well, helping carry you from the initial exposure to an idea all the way to mastery on your exam date. To add a flashcard, just click on the occlusion box icon on the left toolbar here, and then drag a box over the part that you want to be tested on. In your flashcards queue, this will appear as an occlusion card, where the part that you had selected is hidden, letting you bring the answer to mind with active recall, reveal the answer, and then grade yourself with the normal RemNote spaced repetition. By default, you'll see the entire document as context, which you can freely scroll through if you would like. If you would like to instead set the area that you'd see in your queue, you can select the occlusion box here and set its occlusion area. Now, I can drag to set the exact area that I want to appear, maybe in this case just the cell membrane above. And now when I go and practice in my queue, I'll only see the part that I wanted to test myself on here. Using the occlusion box tool, you can very quickly add as many boxes as you would like, or just tap on it to change the shape. I can add a circle, any other kind of shape that I want. If you want even more control over the shape of your flashcard, you can use the occlusion tape option. This works very similar to the highlighter in that I can just directly draw onto my canvas, except that whatever I draw becomes an occlusion flashcard, testing me on it in my flashcard queue, just like the other occlusion boxes. If you don't want these occlusion boxes to get in your way while you're editing, you can just tap on the toolbar item here, which will show you the settings, and then switch it off so that it does not show the boxes in the editor. Now you can see that each just have a small gray outline here, helping me to avoid being distracted by them while I'm writing. When you're done writing a document, we think that you'll fall into one of two camps. Some of you will like to fully stay in the handwritten document long term, doing all your flashcards from there, continuing to edit it, etc. Some of you might treat the handwritten document as something temporary and convert it fully to a text document after. To do so, you can click on AI Learning Tools at the top here, and then just tap AI Convert to Text. That's all you have to do, and in just a few seconds, the entire document will be converted to text for you. Each drawing document has a linked text notes, which you can open up side by side here. Additionally, you can AI convert your entire handwritten document directly to flashcards or a quiz. The AI will read your notes and come up with good flashcards for each of the important pieces of information in your document. After reviewing these, you can press Save, and they'll be added to your text notes document on the left here. This is just a normal RemNote document, so I can go and edit or adjust these however I want. To review a given document, especially closer to an exam, you might want to go and generate an AI quiz. This will write a set of multiple choice flashcards, again covering the important information in your document. Each of these have examples and can be added directly to your notes, where you can either study them once or continue to use them long term for more spaced repetition review. Next, let's talk about PDF drawing and annotation. PDFs have also been fully unified with the new drawing and annotation tools. First, they should feel much smoother to scroll, pinch, and manipulate. You can now also use all the tools that we were just talking about right on top of your PDF, where I can go ahead and use the pen tool to select or draw some important information. And I can also use all the other tools, highlight, shapes, arrows, and more. The existing PDF text and area highlight selection tools are now also on the left toolbar here. With the text select tool, I can just use my pen to select any important information in the PDF, where I can then highlight it and paste it into my notes, or where I can just tap on it and immediately AI generate a flashcard from it. This first one here looks pretty good. And then that will open up in my text document on the left here, so that I can go and edit that further, or paste other highlights or my own notes into the linked text notes document here. The area highlight tool works very similarly, where I can just go and make an area highlight for any part of the PDF that I want to extract. And then I can just go ahead onto my text notes on the left and paste that in directly. If you want to make flashcards directly in your PDF without going to the text notes, you now can, using the new occlusion and tape tools that we were also looking at in the handwritten notes. Here, I can simply draw an occlusion box over anything in my PDF that I want to remember, or do the same thing with the occlusion tape here. And now I've immediately made 2 spaced repetition flashcards. If I go and practice them, the entire PDF appears as context here. I can scroll around it, zoom in, use it however I'd like. If you don't want to see the entire PDF on your flashcard, you can just tap on the box you added and go and define the exact occlusion area that you want for that piece of information. You can also now draw on and edit images in similar ways. If you look at an image in your editor, tap on the image to focus it, then press that image button there to open it in the drawing editor. Here, I can use all the same tools, adding occlusion boxes, going ahead and adding my own drawing and notes onto this as I would like. Maybe I want to go and highlight one of the other groups here, etc. You can also now crop images using this crop button in the bottom right here, where you can then just go and resize it. For example, if we only want to focus on the D block here, and then you'll have a cropped image, which will appear directly in your notes. Similarly, you can also add blank inline drawings directly to your text notes using the new pencil drawing button at the bottom of the editor here. This will open up a new blank drawing directly embedded in whatever bullet point you were just focused on. So if you go ahead and draw some diagram or whatever visual piece of information you want to put into your notes here, then you can directly have it alongside your text notes, resized however you would like. You can also now use the Apple Scribble feature to handwrite text directly into your notes. I can go ahead and tap at the top here to add a new bullet point where I can write whatever I want, or I can also draw an arrow to make a delimiter and make a front-back flashcard here, all using my Apple Pencil. Finally, you can also add infinite canvases as documents. If we go to the Create menu here on Handwritten Document, we can switch from Pages mode to Infinite Canvas mode here. Infinite canvases are still in beta, but they already have some powerful features. First, I can use the Shape tool to add shapes either by selecting a rectangle or whatever shape I want, or just by using the Shape pencil here to draw the shape that I want. It will immediately snap into a nice shape for me. I can draw a few rectangles, maybe a circle, and then I can use arrows to connect these up. If I tap on a shape, from the ... menu, I can go and add text and start making my own mind map or diagram here. Because this is an infinite canvas, I can go and zoom out, pan around however I would like, and I have infinite space to work in. In addition to shapes, you can also go from the plus button and add a sticky note, which is just another way to help you quickly add text or other pieces of information onto your diagrams or your canvas for brainstorming, organizing ideas, etc. Infinite canvases have all the core tools from drawing, and we've tried really hard to make this feel super polished and streamlined, but we fully focused on the core drawing features for this 1.22 release. We're excited by, and we know that you guys are also excited by, a lot of other things which we plan to add to the infinite canvases, such as the ability to add embedded documents and embedded rems or portaled rems directly into the canvas, link these up, and do other brainstorming, organization, and mind mapping type of flows. But those are all coming in a future update. We know you guys want them, don't need to worry. This update also brings a lot of other improvements, polish, and bug fixes. We've revamped the practice widget so that it now shows you both the number for your current streak as well as the remaining number of cards you have to do today. If you're getting later in the day, around 6 p.m., the widget will turn orange and then red, helping to catch your eye that you haven't finished it, and it will turn a nice rewarding green as soon as you're done. The lecture recorder now supports other languages, and by the way has also been integrated into the drawing canvas here. To use the lecture recorder, just press Add Source at the top of any document, record, and then select if you want English or multilingual. On that topic, we've also expanded the translations and have added Spanish, French, and German. Enable the translation from Settings, Language, and then select your language here. Despite all these major new features, the majority of our team's engineering time, literally more than 50%, goes to trying to polish, bug fix, and improve every little detail and corner of the app. We've added more performance improvements, fixed printing issues from text documents, more upgrades to AI features in terms of upgraded model, upgraded scaffolds, etc. A lot of various improvements to the iPad, as well as the phone UI, a new polished sign-in experience, as well as a ton of other little things that really add up. As with all of our updates, we're heavily prioritizing based both on your feedback, suggestions, etc., as well as what the learning science says will lead to effective learning outcomes. And for this update in particular, thanks to those who helped to test and give feedback on the new drawing features. That's it for now, and happy learning.